Howdy folks, welcome back to Vintage Story. It's a little cold outside. And speaking of which, I was looking for a way to change the temperature to Fahrenheit, and I didn't see that in the settings, so did a little looking around, and it turns out you can change it in the HUD clock mod that I'm using. So for the with the HUD clock, you just hit Shift O, brings up the settings, and you can change stuff. And I selected show temperature as Fahrenheit. So now we got a number that makes sense. Yeah, I know if you're used to Celsius, Celsius makes sense. But if you're used to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit makes sense. That's how worldviews work. But anyway, I was in the house getting warmed up because it was a little chilly. And I've introduced another mod. I went out and got the Quarry mod. And I've made the tools for that. And it's pretty awesome. It gives you a little more flexibility with getting stone. And it's not as wasteful. You can like chisel out. We're going to do some chiseling here. We're going to split this whole basically face of rock off, which will give us stone slabs, and we can work those up. So we've got various tools here that I've made. I've made 6 copper splitter plugs, so that's going to be useful. And then I've got a rough cut chisel, which lets us get stone out of the stone slab. I've also got a copper rubble hammer, which lets us get the rocks. Is it called? Oh, that's called stone. What's the actual big stone called? Anyway, the rough cut chisel gets us the whole stone blocks like we need to fill this in. I guess it's called a rock. Okay. Anyway, big and little. I've also been busy making red clay shingles. So today we're going to work on the Manor. I've been doing a little bit of work here and there. And what I found is inside this granite, there are areas where it's unstable. It's got cracked granite. So you'll see I've filled in with some cobblestone here and there. But I've started kind of tunneling in here. And this is a little side passage so we can get up to the 2nd level. Then I haven't really done much here yet. More to come. You actually can't even get over to there yet. I'm going to build more onto this and get a door made and whatnot. But it's been a whole adventure here with the unstable rock. So I've got the kitchen area. And I kind of wish I'd made that a little bigger. So I might end up extending the front of this a bit. You know, come out a little more. We'll see. But anywho, did I make a door? No, I haven't made a door yet. So I got a wood floor in here. I want to move basically our kitchen up here. I need to get some glass. So I don't have to go all the way back down to the house to get warm. Because it is fairly cold this winter. It's not bad right now, 23. A little bit below freezing. But anywho, let's get these stones split off. So with these splitter, what are they called? Splitter plugs. You can basically do a 3x3x3 area. Basically 27 blocks, or a 1x3x9. So I should be able to put those here. I need to climb up to the top, so I could put a ladder down, but we'll just run up here. And then if I put these plugs here, now we can basically, it'll split downward and it'll split inward, and then this whole thing will become one or more stone slabs. So I'm going to need my hammer. Oops. No, it's saying, is it saying that's too big? I'm still trying to figure out the limits to this. Like it says I can do a 1x3x9, but it doesn't look like it can do a 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't do a 2x5. I don't know. I've been experimenting. It seems kind of odd sometimes what works and what doesn't. Somebody that's used this mod a lot can probably tell me what I'm doing wrong. But anywho, let's try moving these over one. See if we can do one slab. Come on. You can pull these back out, but it takes a little bit. I could probably use my pick and pull it out quicker, but oh, that was 3. Right, okay. I keep forgetting it counts the block it's on. So yeah, we need to do this. No? This? There we go. Okay, it likes that. I don't know why we can't do a 2x. 3, 4, 5. A 2 by 5. Oh, because it's... No, it's 2. Oh, it's 4. Okay, I see. It's technically 2 by 2 by 5. Got it. I can't math. That's basically the problem. All right, so we got our plugs back, and you can see we got a stone slab, a small stone slab. So if I set this down, it's a small stone slab, and it says it has 10 granite in it. So we got that 10 there. So there's been 20. I don't know why you can't do... There must be some like vertical limit as well. In theory, you should be able to do 27 blocks because you could do a 3 by 3 by 3. But it apparently doesn't quite work that way. That's okay. So you pound those in, and you go up top. It's going to get dark, so let me get that on. And now on YouTube, it's a lot darker for you than it is for me. Yeah, while we're up here, we're going to put those in. Oh, interesting. You have to have all the plugs in before you can hammer them. Okay. Still learning about this mod. I'm liking it, though. These don't seem to have... Yeah, these don't have durability. Yeah, range. 3 by 3 by 3 or 1 by 3 by 9. There must be a 2 by something that is the limit as well. Anyway, we got another stone slab. So then that gets you like 10 whole rocks, or, you know, a lot of stone. Oops, it was a little too far. Cool, so there we go. Now we got 30 granite to do stuff with. We got a nice clean break. I like it. So now I think I have to do stuff in my offhand. So let me put my lantern. Is that the lantern here? There we go. And I need my rough cut chisel. Hammer in that hand. And then if I come up here and right click, I can pop all these big granite rocks out. We can fill in our area here. We have a nice granite courtyard. So we're almost full. Get that all filled in. As you can see, we got quite a bit of snow this winter so far. Quite snowy. I think the plan, like the overall plan, I don't know how long that plan's going to take, but I want to build a sailboat at some point. And I don't know if I'll do that here. I might do it over here. I need to do it somewhere we can get, you know, somewhere else. So I might go ahead and build it here, and then we could build a canal there. We could potentially, you know, build a canal through here. It would take longer, and we could build a canal so we can get to other areas. But we'll see. I do want to do a lot of sailing around and exploring. And with the sailboat, you can carry a lot of stuff with you. So we could basically pack up and move, and go elsewhere. Anyway, let's get this hammer out. We get our 10 more. And if I pop this guy up, if I get my rubble hammer out. Weird, the chisel was still stuck in my hands. So with the rubble hammer, if I right click on here, then I get granite stone. I get whatever equivalent you would get from basically mining it out. Pretty cool stuff. And I'm starting to shiver, as you can see. So we're going to have to go get warmed up again. And I think what I'll do, since it's getting dark, I'm going to go ahead and get the stuff I'll need to close in that kitchen area. So I might go ahead and extend it out. How much? Yeah, I don't really have much cobblestone, but I can make a little more. I'm actually kind of running low on the stone. 10 cobblestone. That's probably not... Is this 4 high? Yeah, not quite enough. Probably to pull that out another block. But we'll see. But the courtyard is finished now. So we've got the courtyard all filled in. I've still got 2 of these granite blocks left. So I might be using that to fill in areas. I don't see anything else that's cracked here. But I will have to be careful tunneling in here. We need some kind of living area. And then I do want to figure out where I'm going to have the tower with the windmill on it. And that'll determine where our like blacksmithing room is. But anyway, I'm going to get warmed up. I'm going to make a door and a window so we can get that closed in. I'm going to move some stuff up to our kitchen area. And I'll see you all tomorrow for a little more building. Super cold yet, but starting to shiver anyway. Let's get that. Just getting inside will warm me up. I'm gonna make a... Oh no, I've got food in here. I don't need to make a fire just yet. Alright, see y'all in the morning. Alright, it's morning time, and I wanted to show you the glass trick. So you can see this is kind of foggy. You know, it's not perfectly clear glass. That's because it's just kind of a rough glass made with clear quartz. You can take 2 clear quartz, and then I think you surround it with sticks like that. Yeah, there we go. Then you get a quartz glass. And then what I like to do, you can cut them in half, then it basically goes twice as far. So if I grab my saw... There we go. It has to be a specific place. Then you can get the quartz glass slab. And it goes twice as far. So now we have 2 of those. And I've made some doors. I made some shelves. Let me grab a spare cooking pot. And I've got a bowl. We need to make some firewood. So let me grab some of my extra wood. Let's grab... No, I've got a whole bunch of pine outside. We'll use the pine. So you can see it's only 5 degrees. It's pretty chilly out this morning. We grab... Let's low fert, a sandstone. Here we go. Our pine logs. We'll grab a stack of that. Make some firewood for up here. Might hear the cat meowing in the background. She thinks I should be paying attention to her instead of recording videos. I don't think I'll expand this out for now. For now, we'll just leave it as is. I was wanting to make... I think I'll make 2 windows instead of the 1. I could use the pickaxe, but I'm just going to punch that. Put that there. And we'll do 2 windows. And if I click... No. The glass is kind of tricky, so I usually change it. If you put it in the grid, you can change it to only horizontal or only vertical. So let's change it to only vertical. And then I think if I click there, yeah, there we go. It wants to turn it into a window. And now you can see in the little upper left that this is now considered a house. So it's fully enclosed. I do need a piece of grass, though, to make a fire pit. Let me grab some grass. And then I kind of wanted to make sort of like an oven area. Oh, that's right. For snow on, you got to clear the snow, and then you can gather the grass. There we go. So, do I want to do some chiseling? How do I want to make that work? I wanted a chimney, so maybe the stove back in there. And I could maybe make slabs up for a chimney? I don't know. Not sure what I'm going to do here. For now, I think I'll just make we'll just make a fire in the corner. Probably not right next to the door, though. That doesn't seem safe. Let's just make it in this corner. And I can always move it later. So let's get some firewood going. Then we can just pop in here to get warmed up. And set our firewood over here by the door. So one little trick you can do if you're light on firewood and you have other stuff to burn is you can go ahead and make the fire pit, and then you can take the wood out of it, and then you can add whatever other fuel you want back in there. Little tip for those that didn't know. And then we got our cooking pot. Now we're good to go. What is our body temp? Our body temp's back up to 37.7, so we're doing pretty well. So let's get this other side off, and I kind of wanted to get maybe an idea of where this next roof is going to be and get some shingles on it. So if we're going to do symmetrical, then we'd need to come across like that and do the 2 windows. That, and then I need to get up top, so let's do ladders. And yes, I'm low on ladders. I need to make rope ladders. I've been meaning to do that for like 6 episodes. I will eventually make rope ladders, because those are much handier for cave exploration. Or just in general, because you can easily pull them back up behind you. Now this profile up here may change, but kind of just getting it symmetrical with the other. I need another, yeah, we need another layer. I want this to be 3 tall. Then do we go up with the roof from there? Maybe? Let's get some shingles made and we can get a kind of a profile. And does that, yeah, that should give me plenty of room there. Add this roof a little lower just for some contrast. That'll work. Alright, is this steep enough to hurt me? Might be. We'll hop down. Alright, let's get some shingles. So if we hold control, we can grab a whole like stack at a time. And then I think that gets us a ridge. We're going to need a lot of these. There we go, 32. So let's get some of these put on and kind of see what it looks like. And this will be slightly lower. And then I don't know how we're going to tie those together. I might have to figure that out. And then do we want one more coming out? Nope, not like that, we don't. That would mean that would come all the way across. I can't quite get up there. Okay, I see how it is. What if I do that? There we go. It's kind of at just enough of an angle that it wasn't going to work out. We can go up this side though. So the placement kind of depends on angle you're at. So you got to be careful of that. Like so. We come back down the ladder. Come here. Then I don't know if there's any like transitional pieces we can do. We'll look into that. That's kind of the basic idea, though. Look at that. Perfect number of shingles for the proof of concept. So something like that. I might get a little fancier with some chiseling and whatnot, but that's kind of the idea. And then I kind of like the idea of an offset tower up here, but I'm not 100% sold on that. I need to get some windows opened up in there. I need to get more detail work. But that's the basic idea. And then if we put a door down, but if I put the door here, I always forget. Okay, so it's that side. So I want the inset door. We place it from this side. There we go. We need some torch holders and need some stuff. Make it all official-like. So this, of course, is open to the air, so that's not going to work. Snow out of the way. Door there. And if I put a door up here... out in here, and we'll have doors possibly to these, so they might be internal. I'm not sure yet. Now this is considered a house as well, so I think maybe I'm more insulated if I'm inside. I don't know for sure, but it has been getting super cold, and we've got a lot of snow, and it's only technically fall. It says 1st of December is fall. I'm not sure about that, but it's what the game says. So there you have it. I think I'll go ahead and make some more roof tiles. We're going to need a lot of those for sure. So if I go, say, like that. Well, actually, that gets me another 64. That might be good. Go fill in the rest of this. These ladders aren't going to do me any good right now, so I'll get those off. So this will be our kind of semi-permanent home. We might end up moving somewhere else eventually, but this will be our base of operations for, you know, building the boat and just kind of general living in comfort, getting everything we need. Might even move the animals at some point a little closer. How do we get to the roof? Probably up through here. Not 100% happy with the staircase. I may change it at some point to be like more spirally, if that's a word. Alright, so if I hop out here on the roof, I'm over here at an angle, I say boink. We just boink these across. That. Figure out what we're going to do more up top. I almost want to maybe come up another level or something here. This looks kind of boring. Being all the way across like that. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know I'm kind of boring when it comes to design. Yeah, it might look better if this was bumped up another level, the middle part. So I might rethink that. I need a block there. I need to redo something. How tall is that in here? That's going to be plenty tall. I don't remember where I made the floor over there. I need to figure that out. We're starting to get somewhat closed up, so if I threw a dirt block there, I think that kind of closes in that area. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is a slab, so I probably need to put blocks in here instead of the slabs. Oh no, it's a whole block up. Ooh, I did... right. I forgot I made this higher because it lined up with the stairway. I didn't bring any planks with me, so I can't make the pine steps, but that would be the idea. For now, I can just... I mean, that might actually just work. Sure, that's fine. Then I used all my doors, so how many more doors? Yeah, it's starting to come together. like that I hit my head on that all the time. All this cobblestone, like, you can't even see how much collapsed in here. It was crazy. I thought it was all stable until it wasn't. I might want to move this back one. It's a little unstable. Should be fine. I want to put a door like right here. It'd be a little crowded if we didn't knock these out. Yeah, something like that. We can have maybe some weapon racks and whatnot in here. And then I need more doors. The idea was we'd have a kitchen area here. I wanted a lot of shelves to put things on. So if I just put... I needed one more up, didn't I? This will probably get redesigned like 3 times. Yeah, I need this floor to be up one, and then it would actually work better, I think, with the upstairs. I can have the shelves at this level, where the pine slab is. Yep, might have to redo all this. Might have to cut some more stone out. Let me get that done, and we'll take a look and see how that is. And hopefully it doesn't collapse on my head. Yeah, I think that'll work. So then we'll use the slab floors here. I did have to reconvert those all to only horizontal. Just makes it a lot easier when you're placing them down. If you say, you need to be in this orientation, for sure. Alright, and now I want to make some like sandstone things here, like to set the oven on. I might have the oven in that corner eventually. I would like to make some kind of a stove. But I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. Not sure I want all these shelves here in the kitchen. Some of these are going to go down in the cellar. What will eventually be the cellar anyway. I need to get more doors down here as well. A lot of this collapsed as well. There was some kind of cracked granite that I didn't see, and the whole thing fell in. And that was fun. So come down here, there'll be a door, and then this will be the cellar. So probably we'll have storage vessels and shelves for crocs. I don't remember if light, like if I had an oil lamp down here. I'll have to do some experimenting and see if that affects the cellar. Does that affect the cellarness? We shall see. But anywho, I think we're at a pretty good stopping point. Went and left my lantern down at the house, didn't I? Sun's going down. I think we're at a pretty good stopping point, but that's kind of where we're at with the construction project. Work continues here out throughout the winter, and it'll be a little easier now that I can get warmed up here. I don't have to keep running down to the house. But thanks as always for watching, folks. I'm going to work towards getting the tower, and we need another flax crop. You can see my sad little windmill up there. When the wind is really strong, it works, and it powers that kern that's up there. It has to take a pretty stiff breeze. But we're basically out of flax, so we need to get some more crops in. After another flax harvest or two, we'll get a decent windmill going. And I need to start looking into the sailboat. And actually, before I turn the video off, I think I showed... Is it on the way back from the big journey? High hematite. That's iron. So, Iron Age, not too far off. I did some other prospecting as we were out and about and didn't find much, but I'm liking the high hematite down there. You do a little more prospecting in this area and hone in on that, but we've got iron down there somewhere. Anyway, the adventure continues. I thank you as always for watching, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.